everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So I have a ton here, and I'm just gonna jump right in. Yeah, I have a ton here. I don't know how I managed to squeeze all of these in and wear them all, but I did. Okay, well, I can tell you because the day that I wore this, I was able to put something else on. It wore off after about 6 or 7 hours or so. So then I was able to test one of the ones that I had just got. So anyways, let me tell you what we're talking about. This is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. I love this fragrance. This is, oh, it is so good. It's pear and vanilla. Yeah, I mean, it's mostly pear and vanilla. It's super comforting and cozy and sweet. It smells like it might have some ambrette in it. It definitely smells like it has that pear ambrette combination, but with some sweet, cozy, yummy vanilla. It's so beautiful. I love this fragrance. I just don't reach for it super often because it's in a roller ball, and I hate roller balls. I wonder if there's any way that I could pull this roller ball off and turn this into a spray. I have a feel I could definitely pull the roller ball out for sure. That would be no problem. I'm gonna have to see if I have like a long enough sprayer that I can just throw a sprayer in this and turn it into a spray perfume because it smells really, really beautiful. I just, again, don't wear it because it's a roller ball. But yeah, I got 6-ish hours out of this, I would say. I put this on pretty early in the morning, and I would say by, I don't know, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was able to put something else on. So anyways, that is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. I've got another one coming from Sephora from this house. They've got a couple new ones out that I'm really interested in. Yeah, but so far this has been my favorite from the house. Okay, next is one that I have not worn this in a long time, and it's one that I kind of, I don't want to say I ration it, I just don't reach for it all that often because you can't find it anymore. This is a Body Shop fragrance, and this is called White Musk Smoky Rose. Oh my gosh, I love this fragrance. Some people say this reminds them of Stella. It doesn't remind me of Stella at all. It's too sweet to smell like Stella. It's definitely got like a sweet rose. I mean, it's definitely like a sweet rose and white musk fragrance. It's really, really beautiful. Lasting power on this guy is not great. I would say, I mean, I think I was able to wear, more than one other perfume the day that I wore this. I think I got maybe 3 hours out of this or so, and then was able to move on and wear something else. So yeah, it doesn't last the best, but it smells, oh, it smells so good. It's really beautiful. I wish they still made this. So anyways, that is the Body Shop White Musk Smoky Rose. Such a beauty. I've also got a shower gel. I need to pull it out and use it. It's beautiful. Okay, next we have Bohemian Bluebells. So I took a bath one night, and when I got out of the bath, I put on my Sleepy lotion from Lush and Twilight body spray, and then I layered this over both of those. Oh, it's such a beautiful lavender and vanilla scent. Yeah, just beautiful lavender and vanilla. This has deepened up quite a bit since I first got it. This is one of those that, as it sits, it is getting richer smelling. I still can only get maybe 2 hours, if I'm lucky, out of this one. It's very, very fleeting, but it is one of my favorites. It's one of my 2 favorites from this line. So yeah, I just love it so much. So anyways, that is Bohemian Bluebells from Zara. Beautiful lavender and vanilla. Okay, and then I got on a Burberry kick because I was talking about Burberry fragrances last week, and there were some that I just could not put away until I wore them. The first one is Burberry The Beat. This, oh my gosh, this is such a beautiful, slightly sweet, kind of clean tea fragrance. This smells like clean, warm skin. It's like a light, sweet tea fragrance. This one of all of the fragrance, of all my Burberry fragrances, this is the one that probably, this is kind of like Burberry Brit Red. I think that I forgot that this one doesn't perform as well as all of my other Burberrys because it had been a while since I had worn it. But this one I only could get about 6 hours out of. It's not horrible by any means. It still outperforms a lot of fragrances in my collection. And I feel like 6 hours is still above average. But yeah, it's definitely not a super, super beast like some other Burberrys, but it still performs really, really well. But yeah, beautiful, sweet, clean tea fragrance. It's gorgeous. And it's very, very unique. It's got that beautiful Burberry DNA. It's so stunning. So anyways, that is Burberry The Beat. That is the Eau de Parfum formulation. Okay, next we have another Burberry. This is Burberry Brit. This is the Eau de Parfum formulation. And this is another beautiful, it's like almond and pear. It's like a powdery almond too. Powdery almond, clean, sweet pear. It's got some flowers in it. It's super warm. Once it's on skin, it's really, really warm. It almost gives a little bit of a spiced quality. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Really, really gorgeous. This one does last a really long time. This one got me through the entire day. I could still smell it on my clothing when I woke up the next morning. This was one that when I sprayed, the day that I sprayed this on, I was not able to spray anything else on. But I do love this. This has been through a reformulation, I do believe. I know it's been through a repackaging. Usually when they repackage, they reformulate. So I don't know for sure that it's been reformulated, but I'm suspecting that it has. I do love it though. So anyways, that is Burberry Brit, such a beauty. Next is one that was sent over to me. I cherish this fragrance because it's just special. It's special to me that somebody sent it to me and because it's such a stunning fragrance. This is Guerlain Cuir, I don't know how to say that, Cuir Beluga. Oh my gosh, this really is a vanilla fragrance. I think it's got a soft leather note in it. I think that's what the word cuir means, is leather, I think. But it's beautiful. It is like I would say it's mostly vanilla with a really beautiful, very, very soft leather note in the base. It's stunning. This one is also an absolute beast. Yeah, this one I was not able to reapply or to apply anything else that day. This one it's not going to project for a ton of hours, but this one it does wear quite close to the skin, but it's there all day. You can smell it on clothing, you can smell it on yourself, like you can smell it all day, even though it's just not projecting like crazy, but other people can smell it too. It's just got more of a soft sillage. It's beautiful. It's stunning. I mean, this is like one of my most treasured fragrances in my collection at this point because it's special to me because somebody sent it, but also because it's just so beautiful. And vanilla fragrances are my absolute favorite types of fragrances. It's super cozy. It's super comforting. It's everything I love in a fragrance. So anyways, that is Guerlain Cuir Beluga. Okay, next is one that is new to my collection. I just picked this up when I did my last fragrance net order. This is Pink Sugar Creamy Sunshine, and this is beautiful. But it reminds me so much of Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. And it's even got it's got that same kind of, it's almost the same vibe that I get from peach in fragrance, which is why I don't love it. Which is why I don't love peach in fragrance. There's something about the sweetness of peach in fragrance that's just a little bit kind of sickly to me. And I love sweet fragrances. So it's not that it is sweet or that it's even too sweet. It's something about the sweetness. And it's the same kind of thing that I get from peach. But it's the same thing that I got with Love Don't Be Shy from Kilian. It's that same kind of I don't know, it's like a sickly sweet. So anyways, yeah, this one, I just found somebody, thank goodness, told me that the red velvet was back on Nordstrom for $22. So I went ahead and grabbed that one. And this one's probably gonna go to a new home because I'm just not a fan of Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. It's such a popular fragrance. I can absolutely see why everybody loves it because it really is beautiful. But it's just not for me, and I feel like this smells so much like it. So anyways, that is Pink Sugar Creamy Sunshine. Beautiful. I really do like it, and I think anybody that likes Kilian Love Don't Be Shy will absolutely love it. Okay, now let's move on to a bunch of travel sprays. I was able to test 5 of these this past week. So the first one here is Gucci Guilty Love Edition Eau de Parfum. This is beautiful. It really does give me My Insolence vibes, especially when you first spray it and even out of the spray or the decant. It really does give me My Insolence vibes, but as this one wears, number one, it's a little bit more bright in the top, and it doesn't have the almond note that My Insolence has. So it's very similar, but yeah, it's a little bit, it's like a little bit brighter in the top. And that brightness comes through the fragrance, and that brightness wears the entire time. It doesn't ever really go away the way that it does with My Insolence. And yes, this does not have any kind of almond or anything like that, but there's something about them very, very similar. I mean, I would still absolutely recommend, because you get the same feeling when you wear them. You definitely have the same experience. And I would absolutely recommend this to anybody that loves My Insolence but can't get it anymore. If you want a fragrance that's going to give you the kind of same experience, I would absolutely recommend this one. This one is not super easy to find though, and it's kind of expensive when you do find it. They do have it on FragranceNet. I got this travel spray, and they have a full bottle, but I think even the full bottle, well, I want to say it was like $68 for the full bottle, so it wasn't horrible. So I'm going to keep my eye out for a bottle for sure, for a decent price. And if I'm able to find one for a decent price, I will absolutely grab it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to like hunt one down the way that I thought I was going to before I gave it a good full wear test. And it's not because I don't think it's stunning, but I've got 2 bottles of My Insolence, and you know, there's really no reason for me to have this except for that I just love it and I think it smells amazing. But yeah, it is beautiful. I would absolutely recommend this to anybody that likes fragrances like My Insolence. It's really, really gorgeous. So anyways, that is Gucci Guilty Love Edition Eau de Parfum. Really stunning. That was definitely one of the winners of that whole bunch. Okay, next I tested out Layla EDP. I did test this next to Issey Miyake because it smells almost identical to Issey Miyake. Like almost identical. The only thing is Layla on skin has a green, like a very green forward aspect to it that Issey Miyake doesn't really have. Issey Miyake is more just like the flowers and aquatic kind of vibe, and Layla has this really beautiful green note. But they're so similar that there would be absolutely no reason for me to buy a bottle of this because I have a L'Ode d'Issey, and they're so similar that yeah, it's just not necessary at all. It's beautiful though, and I feel like if you like fragrances like this, you wouldn't go wrong with either one of them, Layla or Issey Miyake. I think Issey Miyake is a lot less expensive though, but I think Layla performs just a little bit better than Issey Miyake. So anyways, really beautiful and smell, and if you like Issey Miyake, I think you would really like it. So anyways, that is Layla Eau de Parfum from Guerlain. Okay, the next one that I tested out was Narciso Rodriguez Pure Musc EDP. This is really, really beautiful, but again, I just mentioned in I think my last video that I filmed that my skin tends to pull out woodiness in fragrances, and this does have, I think it's got Cashmeran in the base, which reads as woodiness on my skin. So it's like I don't know. With Pure Musk, I am looking for the clean, kind of light, slightly musky musk fragrance that I bet other people get, and that's just not what I get. I get like a light woody fragrance. And it doesn't smell overly clean either. So yeah, this is really beautiful. I'm happy to have the travel spray. I will probably definitely wear it occasionally, but I don't think that it's something that I would reach for like a ton. I don't think that I would purchase a full bottle of it just because I don't think I would reach for it a ton. So yeah, I am happy with my travel spray. I also have a ton of samples of this too. I think I've got like, I don't know, 4 carded samples of it as well. So anyways, yeah, really, really beautiful. This one, I want to say I got, let me talk about Layla too. Okay, so let's go back to Gucci. So Gucci Guilty Love Edition EDP. I think I got maybe 3 hours out of this fragrance. It did last on my clothing for longer, maybe 5 hours on clothing, but it doesn't last very long, which is not surprising for a Gucci fragrance. Unfortunately, Gucci's just don't last very long. They just don't perform well, which is another reason why I'm not like dying for a bottle of this, because I've got my Insolence, which lasts forever. I mean, I can get 8-10 hours out of this. This one would be great to have to wear instead of my Insolence though, so that I don't go through my Insolence bottles. This would be a good one to have for that, but I would have to apply it twice as often because it just doesn't perform very well for me. But I do still love it, and I am still gonna try to find a bottle of it at some point. And then Lele, this one is not bad at all. Like I said, this one does perform better than L'Eau d'Issy. This hung around all day. Like I could smell this one all day. This is one that you wouldn't need to reapply unless you just wanted to refresh it. It's a pretty darn good performing fragrance. And then the Narciso, I think I got maybe 5 hours out of this. This was one that I was definitely later in that afternoon, I was able to reapply another fragrance, which is, I had so many fragrances like that this week. That's why I was able to wear so many, because I had so many fragrances that, hung around for 3, 4, 5 hours, and then I was able to apply something else. And yeah, that happened with Narciso, which is odd because usually Narciso fragrances are absolute beasts. I don't know if it's just me or if that's this fragrance. If you guys have had that experience, or if you guys have experience with Pure Musk, let me know. Does it last on you? Is my experience typical? I would love to know. So anyways, yeah, that is Narciso Rodriguez Pure Musk. Next, I picked up Armani Si Fiori because this has been discontinued, and this is the only, well, no, I think there might be, I don't think I ever smelled the old Si Intense. I do have the new Si Intense on its way, but this was the only flanker that I'm pretty sure I had never smelled. And it was because I'm not a fan of the Si line of fragrances in general. I do have Si Le Parfum, which I absolutely adore, but as far as the rest of them, I've never been a fan. So I never even smelled Si Fiori. But because it's been discontinued, I was like, oh, well, let me just pick up a travel spray and I'll see if it's something that I would even want a full bottle of, because I thought I have to have it because it's been discontinued. Well, I tried it and it's freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. So I found a used bottle on Poshmark. Thank goodness. Because this fragrance very, very quickly became very, very expensive because everybody knows it's being discontinued. So people are asking a lot of money for their used bottles. But thankfully I was able to find one on Poshmark for a really, really good price. And this is beautiful. And it's funny because somebody did say in the comment section that, yeah, I picked up Si Fiori because it was being compared to Kilian Love Don't Be Shy. And I can definitely see that. But this one dries down. I guess it's the black currant or something in the top of it that keeps it light enough that it doesn't get sickly sweet like Love Don't Be Shy or like the Creamy Sunshine. This thing is a beast too. Creamy Sunshine lasted, oh my gosh, 8-10 hours. I wasn't able to reapply anything that day. Si Fiori, I only got maybe 5 hours out of this before I would have needed to reapply. But yeah, it's just beautiful. I get like black currant and vanilla. That's really what I get from this. And I just think it's so beautiful. It's such a cozy, fuzzy, sweet, just beautiful, delicate smelling fragrance. Or maybe not delicate. Yeah, really feminine, really beautiful. So yeah, anyways, I did end up with a full bottle of that and I'm so glad. It's beautiful. So anyways, that is Armani Si Fiori. And then last but not least, oh my gosh. Okay, so I did not test this on myself. My daughter tested this one. This is Serge Lutens Dent Delay EDP. And yes, my daughter tested this one. And when I was spraying it on her, it was so foul smelling to me on skin that I will probably never spray this on my skin. This is, oh my gosh. This one is so weird. It does have a metallic note to it. It does have a little bit of a lactonic quality, but a very, very slight lactonic quality. But this is just super, super bright, sharp, cold, tart smelling. It's not good at all. I don't like this one. I don't understand the hype. And like I said, I will probably never spray that on my skin. In fact, I'll probably end up passing this one along because it's just not, I just can't deal with it. So anyways, that is Serge Lutens Dent Delay. That is, whew, it's really kind of horrific smelling when you smell it on skin. I don't know. So yeah, anyways guys, those are all of the fragrances that I wore last week. I do hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.